back. It's been like a good month again. Differences, not much differences. I'm a little bit heavier, my legs are bigger, we're still in the off season, I'm still eating a fair amount of food, etc. Today, we have both IFBB Pro, Mark Humphreys, and Vicky, what surname are you using at the minute?
My legal surname.
Owens.
Yes.
There we go.
It's Owen, no
Owen,
S.
no S.
No
Okay,
S.
Vicky Owen. Tiny Titan, as everybody else knows it. I have a moniker just like you, no one knows my name either. Anyway, we're doing a leg session today, and it was going to be a bit of a quad session, which I'll probably do mostly quads. Mark's got a bit of a glute thing, which we need to figure out, so we're going to run through some stuff there, which Vicky will run through on that one. And we're just going to basically, what normally happens when we train with Vicky is she just messes us up. So we're sort of going to allow that to happen today and see how it goes, but it's basically run you through what a proper leg session should be like. You see plenty of people do leg sessions these days, and it's like a lot of screaming, a lot of shouting, not much work going on, a lot of form breakdown, a lot of bullshit. So we're going to show you how you train legs well, effectively, not too much, not too little, but full effort, and then also figure out some issues that you may have, run from there. So we're going to go through that today. It's really fucking hot, so expect a lot of sweating, and expect a lot of screaming from Mark, because he likes screaming. So, yeah. All right, let's get to it.
If I stretch down, I feel it straight away.
Yep.
Yeah.
So in the glute ham tie-in.
Straight away, right there.
Okay, but not on this side, no? And when you do that bend, are you getting it up this side of your lumbar or down your leg?
No, but when I get a pump in, like a really horrible pumpy pump, the lower back can go stiff and sore.
Well, I haven't seen someone actually wear those.
No. I got them off vintage a while back.
Oh, vintage? That means somebody else has worn them, hasn't it?
New with tags, actually.
Right, we're going to get some connection into your glute. So first of all, we're going to do it on your good glute. We're going to do a PNF stretch. Now just very, very slowly, I want you to just come upwards. Up, 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 up. Yeah. You think positive, you think positive. Yeah, it's fine. You're still getting a stretch. So over, over, right the way down. That's it, good, 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 good. Yeah, back up. And do one more that side. Yeah, good. Okay, come the other side. That's the reason why he's been overcompensating on that one side, okay? His ankle flexion on this side is really shit as well. So thinking about just actually standing on one leg and just holding that there.
On this side?
Yeah, your ankle flexion is rubbish. So we want to actually do something in terms of increasing that range and getting that ankle a lot stronger. So if you just put...
So this ankle, you see, that's strained up.
Nah.
You're going to be using this one more, so it takes
Yeah.
Exactly, yeah. So do get into like a Bulgarian split squat.
Normal?
Yep, just all the way down. That's it, you're all right. Don't be a pussy. Right, push up. Good, and then come back down again. So you see how his ankle, it's still a little bit unstable, but it's actually not too bad. But his toe is still planted into the floor. Good. He's a little bit unstable because of the pain in his glute, that's all it is. So unilateral work for him, honestly, is going to be absolutely pivotal. I would actually do for you, personally speaking, I would do one full session, pure isolation in unilaterals. It's disgusting. Yeah, I know. But do you want a better functioning lower half?
It'll help.
I'll do whatever it takes.
Do whatever it takes. Cool. So let's go on to a hip thrust then.
I love how for most people saying I'll do whatever it takes means I'll take as many drugs as possible.
Yeah.
But for us it means I'll train properly.
I'll do my mobility.
I'll do the latter.
Yes, we'll do the latter. Right, so we're going to start off then with a B stance hip drive. So I'm going to run the boys through a very disgusting unilateral exercise-based session, all going to be based. We're still going to do some quads. We're still going to be doing a crossover aspect. So the B stance, or a single leg hip drive, is literally to get the connection into the glute, and as well it's going to stop any kind of hip rotation or hip movement that you can overcompensate with if you are dominant on one side. It stopped.
Right, we go home now. Belt squat is this one. So we've just done R stuff. There's going to be more R stuff, but it's also going to involve some quads. We were going to do a single leg something else, but Mark's lower back is a little fried. So we're going to do this, which will take some pressure off that, but we're still going to get a big stretch through this area. So, do you do straight upright or do you lean forward a bit? I always lean forward a bit because I'm hip dominant.
Yeah, exactly. So because it works so much of your overall leg, you can't do, when people say to you a glute and a ham dominant belt squat, all they're basically doing is like a wide stance RDL. We don't going to do a wide stance RDL because we want a full leg session today. So you're still going to do a belt squat that incorporates everything. You are going to have foot forward, not foot out to the side. Because again, sumo stance is going to work your adductors more than it's going to work your arse.
I don't need more of that.
Don't need more of that. So again, your foot placement and your foot stance is going to make a big difference as to how your arse is going to be hit or your glute fibers are going to be hit. Feet forward, you're going to get a much bigger stretch.
Okay, straight into it. We'll see what she does. Big on the stretch on this. It's a squat pattern. You're not really going to get any contraction on the quads here. So we are just battering the shit out of the stretch, pausing in the stretch, and not locking the knee. So coming straight back down into it. You watch her do it, you will see. But yeah. And when you're doing anything like compound on legs, you're going to need to breathe. I see far too many people hold the breath at the top like a powerlifter and go all the way down. You're not going to be able to do a slope eccentric like that. Eccentric, sorry. You're just going to get out of breath. You won't be able to do many reps. Come on. One more. Oh no. Yeah. That's it.
I've got heavy real quick.
You alright?
Yes.
Yeah. It's a leg curl. Do them control. Get your contraction, get your stretch. You'll burn the shit out of your hamstrings to get bigger hamstrings. It's pretty simple. I think it's an easily butchered exercise as well. See, plenty of people arch the lower back and throw that weight up. It's actually fucking, saw a video of Dr. Mike doing it. And I was like, great.
Other people do it.
Yeah, of course they do. They're just like, screaming. It's like, you're not really doing much. You could just do fewer reps, get better reps. Work. And his argument is you don't need the contraction. I'm like,
Sometimes I think
it makes it way hard. He's like, oh, it's wasted effort. I'm like, but it makes it way hard. Since when was the contraction useless? Right.
sometimes I think he's actually like questioning, thinking,
Yeah,
I don't want to do this.
I know, yeah.
What was it doing?
Sort of shows it.
So what I was talking about previously before the boys joined me, to our wonderful cameraman here, hi Caden, it's all about selecting specific exercises. So even though we've only actually done 4 sets, I've done a little bit more because I'm not as strong as these guys and I can recover from a bit more volume. But even though we've only done 4 sets, both the boys are like completely on their arse at the moment, and Mark is certainly feeling his arse. But it all comes down to specific exercise selection. So cookie cutter programs for everybody, blanket approach, generic training programs, they're not going to actually give you the result that you want to achieve at the end of the day. Everything has to be purposely designed for you as an athlete and as a human being in mind. Yeah, so Mark's got some issues with his lower back. We had to obviously manage the program around him today. So this isn't Alex's program, it's not my program, it's not Mark's program. I'm literally looking at what the boys can actually do and amending their sets, their rep ranges, their intensities according to what they can achieve. Oh, that's very nice. So how do you say bastard in Welsh?
Bastard.
Bastard, yeah. Just a Welsh bastard. Funny.
Give it the accent, the full beats.
The bastard.
Excuse the very loud Shaggy going over the fucking... Anyway, leg press, 1 set. Just a heavy one, normal. After all that. Yeah, big range of motion, super deep on these. I've changed my this quite a lot since I've started pushing the leg stuff. The weights come off quite a lot. Like at one point I have been putting 400 kilos on this, but half the range of motion and just thinking that would do wonders. As soon as I started thinking about getting my knees to my shoulders, opening everything out, that's when my legs have started growing the most, and I'm using like 2/3 of the weight I was using, if not a bit less sometimes. So it is all about range of motion, tempo, control, owning the weight. You should never, on legs especially, I know it's like you want to be feeling like you're lifting the fucking full gym, but you want to be using a weight you can control, because that's the thing you're going to be able to fail effectively with. If you're just throwing weight around, it's going to control you, and you're going to be shit scared, you're going to hurt something, you're just going to bounce everything out of the hole, and it's going to be dependent upon momentum whether you improve. 1 week you'll be shit with the momentum, next you'll be good, you might have 3 weeks not moving. What you want to do is get rid of the momentum, it's all you. So control that weight, basically. Another thing, I see so many people on this come up onto their toes to get more range of motion. All you do is you put more range of motion through the knee, but there's no control over it. So whenever you watch someone come to here and then come onto their toes, you see how I'm locked in really deep here and I can press really easily. And it's this last part I can control here. If I'm on my toes, if you've got a shitload of weight on there, you're not controlling that. All you're doing is put a shed load of strain on this tendon here and this one. So the one that connects from your quad to your patella and the other which goes into your shin. People that do that, I'm looking at a few people down the camera there, when you're doing that, give it a year, these will hurt like fuck. Eventually you will snap them. I don't give a fuck who you are, they will break. Or you'll fuck your ankles. So do it safely, don't just chuck a shitload of weight on because you can. Oh, my quads are getting bigger. Yeah, for now, give it 2 years and they'll not exist anymore because you'll have to have surgery to re-fucking attach them. Good fight. Oh. I bottomed it out a few times, and that's how I knew I was safe to go for that 13th. If I didn't do that, I would have been like, meh. But if you can do machines like that and get really good depth, that's what I've found has helped progress more than anything, is finding exercises or getting the range of motion on exercises where I can fail safely. Like if I drop this, I'm fine. I'm not getting crushed. Nothing's getting fucked up. I'm absolutely okay. So if you want to push your leg training really hard, or if you can, that's what you have to do. Find exercises you can fail safely in the stretch on compounds, because that's something that will elevate it. I'm not sure how I'm managing to talk right now.
Afraid to use intensity methods like this.
You can't log them, bro.
Oh.
You can't log them.
Can't log them.
I don't give a shit.
One top set, one back top set. And it's just like, as long as you're actually driving intensity and getting out of your own head.
Have you noticed it's all the guys that are massive that pump a shed load of gear that are like, don't do intensity methods?
Why?
Because they train like fannies.
And swollen and blown and
Yeah. Oh, it'll just fatigue you, bro.
well,
Yes, training fatigues you.
A lot of that as well, they're spoiled for like, equipment and
Yeah.
things. So like when you consider nice or
Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly. Make it intense. Train hard. Do the hard stuff as well. People don't like doing hard stuff these days.
Just want to lift big heavy weights.
I know. Well, I did a program the other day and I put conventional deadlift in it.
Yeah.
Because it's an all-over posterior chain developer. And you know, the guy actually said to me, "Oh, I'm interested to know why you put conventional deadlift in it. I haven't done deadlift in ages." Like, because it's fucking hard.
Yeah, they're not
and if
easy.
you do it right, it actually works very well.
Yeah.
Surprisingly.
I'm pretty sure my
Bodybuilders can do deadlift.
stiff leg deadlift has just shifted because it's so heavy now. It's just become everything. Like I don't really feel too much hamstring on it anymore. I'm just like, I finish it and I'm like, I could go sleep now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh.
Come on. Hey, come on. Finish it. Okay. Stop. Let's go. Come on. Come on.
Okay. Go. 10 on the set.
Come on now. Come on.
Again, drop again.
Go. Go. Breathe. Deep breath. One more now. One more. Let's go. Nice. Yeah. There you go. Come on. Good man.
That's the weight left on.
Because I finished my pyramid, thank you.
I would be nice.
I'm just picky. Oh, easy to get swingy on cards as well, like bouncy. You don't want to do it, particularly on the positive. You see Jay Cutler do it, and Jay Cutler was massive. But at the same time, for normal people, doing like going halfway and then going bang and jerking halfway through the motion, for a lot of people, it's not going to help as much as if you just keep it smooth. So you'll be able to move more weight around, and if you can control that weight using that form, fantastic. but you might be better off trying to just do a controlled concentric rather than a jerky one. It's preference, but I found with me having shit calves rages, then doing it that in a controlled concentric way, it helps a lot. So just a tip. It's annoying because I can see that in the mirror, but not in the phone. Coming out of prep, putting weight on, see with loads of people that don't have back issues, everyone's like waddling like this, put shit of weight on, their back is wrecking all the time. So especially when you're post-prep, stacking on, well Mark hasn't, you haven't put a shit load of weight on, but Mark's got a historic glute problem, haven't you? So it's figuring it out, that's what this whole session has been about, is trying to sort of figure that out, see what we can do to help it. So it's going to be a lot of unilateral stuff. But as I was saying, post-prep, a lot of people stack on a load of weight in a rebound. And for some people that's useful, but the problem you get is joints. And lower back is the first thing you know about. Lower back pumps just walking. Everybody's like, oh, walking like that all the time. Stomach hanging out, in loads of pain. It's not comfortable. We've all done it. It's just not smart. So when it comes to that post-shot diet phase, I know you want to eat the world, but like you have to be controlled because your training will suffer. And you might be thinking, I'll get super strong. It'll happen for the first 2 months. And then you'll start to pick this up. And you'll be like, ah, fuck. So you'll feel invincible for a while, and then you immediately won't. And that's not fun, because you'll also have accumulated a bit too much body fat. Once you get those pains, your training will slow down. It compounds the problem. So you end up with that, now I'm in pain, now I'm fat, then the head goes. So
Eating, the vicious cycle.
yeah, exactly. We've all been there. You know, we're pros, and we've both done the whole sort of like eat your feelings. Yeah. And we're men too. So it affects everybody. It's not just like bikini girls talk about it openly. Blokes are just like, I just want booty. They're like, you're fat now. Like you're in a bad spot these days. So it is one of those where it can be difficult to get over. And in the days when it hasn't been talked about, and like, I know when I was younger, when you were younger, if you weren't eating a shitload of meals as a boy, it was like, what are you doing? Like, I didn't really know many people when I was younger who didn't eat. And I mean like everything on their plate. So it's a new thing. Kids don't eat these days. What's that about? No mothers shouting at them and being like, yeah, fuck it.
We'll get curls.
Eat your crust. You shouldn't be doing static stretching at the start. Has a chance of, I don't know whether it's weakening. Some evidence suggests it weakens the muscle. But you're trying to stretch a cold muscle, which is never a good idea. So at the end of your session, stretching is great. 1 to 2, maybe 3, you're a bit tight, rounds on each side of what we're going to do. 10 to 15 second hold. It doesn't need to be minutes. Just light stretching. Just making sure that we're getting a bit of warm down. So I'm just doing some carbs. It's nothing crazy. I'm not exactly the most flexible individual, but I'm still trying to do some. I know that if I don't do this, my back gets tight, my knees get tight, everything hurts. So, particularly after legs, because you can see that, these are surgery scars from over 10 years ago now. So if I don't do some stretching after legs, the knees just get a bit fucked. So just because you might be okay, you might be young, you've never had any problems, doesn't mean you shouldn't be doing it. And even then, you usually find it's not the young guys that don't stretch, it's the old guys who they don't want to stretch. They've got outrageous pains, they've got injuries, but they refuse to go see a physio. They refuse to stretch because they're like, oh, it's just going to get worse anyway. They just don't want to see it out. So you do have to just be on it. Like, it's one of those things, it's maintenance at the end of the day. It doesn't have to put in shitloads of effort. It's not fancy, it's boring, but you better be doing some of it. So just a bit of carbs. This is a bit of hamstring. I'm just leaning forward, trying to stay upright, like with the lower back. I'm not flexing over fully. Trying to stay upright with the lower back, get tension through the hamstring. Grab the toe, pull, and that'll get you a nice pull through the hamstring there. So both sides, 10 to 15 seconds. Quad, these are really simple stretches. If you've done any sport, you would have learned these. Next one's going to be the quad. So literally going to grab my foot like this, bring the knee in as close to the other one as I can get, and don't let this elbow come round. Bring it back behind you, push the hip through. And that's what's going to really stretch the hip flexor and the quad. Try not to fall over when you're doing it as well. Just going to hold that for 10, 15 seconds. Oh, just really try and rip it backwards, push the hip forward, yeah? Rip backwards with the arm, push the hip forward. You are still going to stretch, it's still going to hurt. Drive the knee in as well. Lunge position. If you have your foot lifted, it will put a bigger stretcher here. I cannot lift my foot and remain balanced, so I just have my toe on the floor, not a flat foot. and just literally all you're gonna do, a lot of people will just lean into it like this. All you're gonna do is feel it here. You wanna feel it here. So what you do, stay a bit more upright, tense your, if you're stretching the left side, tense the left glute, push into it, and that will give you the stretch you're looking for through your hip flexor. Plenty of people have super tight hip flexors and don't do anything about it, and then they end up with problems with their knees, with their back, loads of shit. So you want to be stretching this nice and deep, 10 to 15 seconds. Next one I go into, useful for any leg press movements. Similar, what you're going to do, get this right shoulder next to the right knee, push into here. Really open out the adductor, really try and get as deep as you can here, and it's going to simulate being in that bottom stretch of the leg press here. Real big stretch across this glute. That's what we want. Just push into that, push yourself towards the floor. You might get a bit of stretch through here as well, but generally a good stretch to open everything out. Push that knee outwards, really open out the hip. Yeah, keep that foot flat as well. Same on the other side. My right one is so much stiffer. Old man. You will have some that are just brutal. This one's not nice. So on this one I get adductor through here. It's weird. Right, this next one's called the pigeon stretch. I'll do it front arm. So you're going from this position, you're grabbing whichever glute you're going to stretch, you're putting that knee forward. So foot goes at a 45 degree. If you can get it to a right angle, even better. I can't. And all you're going to do, push back into the hip, lean forward, lean towards this knee. And to make it an even deeper stretch, you're going to lean towards this foot. So you're going to come across like that. That's why if you go at 90 degrees, it's going to be better. You're just going to press yourself in. To make it even worse, go bolt upright with the back and then really sit back into it and then push forward. Just keep your back straight and you'll get a really big stretch through your glute. Glutes, really important muscle. Loads of people with back pain, really tight glutes. So you've got to make sure you're getting on this. And Mark's giving you a good show right now. Oh, Jesus Christ. This is probably your best glute stretch you're ever going to get. What you're going to do, lie on your back. You're going to take whichever glute you're going to stretch. So I'm going to stretch the left one. I'm taking my left foot, ankle, putting it on my right knee. I'm then going to keep this foot here, raise the right knee up towards my chest, grab this right knee, hold the foot in place, push away with the left knee, and it will stretch the fuck out of your glute. This is the best glute stretch you can do by far. Some people do it sitting down, but better to do it lying down and just press. You see how I'm pressing that knee away? That's what causes the stretch. So big old stretch through the top of the glute there. Hold that. Right leg up, 90 degree. Try and keep your right shoulder on the mat. Push it sideways, look in towards your right hand. Grab with your opposite arm and breathe real deep. You might get a nice lower back click if you're lucky. Whoa. Trying to get that knee over to this floor. Oh, there we go. When you see I can't get my hand down. Chest too tight, but that's what we're getting. Oh, okay. For a adductor stretch, I think this is called Buddha. I'm not very good at this one either, but there we go. Oh. So grabbing the feet or grabbing the ankles, driving the elbows into the knees, push them towards the floor, chest up, drive them in. Oh. Adductors. And pull the feet inwards as well. I might fart. Let's hope not. Oh, okay. Now we have the dirtiest stretch of all, which you're all gonna love. It's called the frog. And this is how you could tell I couldn't be gay. Oh my fucking Christ. Again, this is adductors. They're gonna want you to do that, and I can't now. No. So we're just pushing the hips back, basically. Knees as wide apart as you can get them. Feet, don't have them next to each other, because that's really easy. It'll take all the strain off. I can get really far back like that. You want them out as wide as they'll go, like a frog. And it's really going to internally rotate the hip. Well, I don't know if it is, but it's just going to stretch the fuck out of your adductors. And that's going to be real good. Hold that for a bit. Push into each knee. Oh, my left one's so tight. Okay, and we're done. Okay, right, we're definitely finished. So, an IFBB Pro leg day, led by our coach.
The general.
You usually just let her take control because she'll just show you some new and amazing ways to hurt and grow, obviously. But yeah, your post prep, you've got a few things to sort out. Mark's got
Niggles to fix.
hernia surgery with the old belly button in a few weeks' time, so we'll navigate that when it comes to it. And yeah, I'm just getting bigger. So we'll do more. We're training like every 10 days or something. So we'll get another one in at some point. It's usually always legs because we both need to grow legs. Mark needs to grow arms as well, but that's, you can do that by yourself. Yeah, everywhere.
Height.
Yeah. You don't need any more of that. Anyway, this has been a very good session. Next one will be whenever. It's already nearly August. What's that about? But yeah, my prep probably starts in November, so we got a while for me still being fat, and then we progress into me no longer being fat, which will be fun. I do feel like I've put on a lot of size downstairs. Doesn't translate well across the pictures, but that's bodybuilding for you. Yeah. It's all about what happens on stage anyway. So
pictures do not see the pictures, probably.
Especially when you're white and pasty, which we are. So anyway, is it half of North Wales' IFBB pros sat here, or is there 5?
4.
There's 4. So it's 50% of North Wales' IFBB pros sat right here, which is kind of cool when we think about it. But yeah, the other one's in Dubai and the other one's in Manchester. So whatever, we're spread out. Anyway, see you next time. Like, share, subscribe, comment, all that nonsense. Share it with a friend, whatever. Hope you liked the video. See you next time.